How old were you when that first Iron Man movie came out?
I would have been 11, 12.
Yeah. So you were right in that wheel. Did you go see it when it?
I hated it. No, I was first in line. I was first in line. Marvel. The crazy thing for me, Marvel has been such a massive part of my life, and it's now changed my life.
I'm sure.
So it's been a real roller coaster and a lot to get used to. But these guys, it's amazing working with these guys. I always get really choked up talking about this.
Who gives you guidance? Does Robert give you guidance? He is. I mean,
not anymore. I mean, look, he's clearly his own man now. He doesn't need.
Sorry, again, I forgot the question. I'm just too into these puppies right now. Can we have some more puppies in here? I think we should bring all the other puppies in, and we should definitely rip up the paper.
I don't know, like, what was your first kiss like?
Oh, the first time I ever made out with someone. Shout out to Megan Josser, wherever you are.
Name dropped.
I was in Billy Elliot. We were backstage, and we had this room called the Billy Room, where all the Billies would hang out in between shows and in between rehearsals. And Megan, one of the Debbies, was in the room, and I was dead to make out with her, but dead by a friend because I was like falling madly in love with her, and she had no interest in kissing me, but she was dead too, and I made out with her for all of 3 seconds, and it was magical. And still to this day, the best kiss I've ever had.
Did you know about like what American schools are like? Because you have to play Peter Parker, who is a student, a high school student.
Yeah, I think that was probably the most daunting part of taking on this character. So as a joke, I suggested to Marvel that I should go to a high school undercover.
Right.
And it was completely a joke, and Marvel took it completely seriously. I guess they didn't get my British sarcasm.
Yeah, they do that.
And so the next thing I know, I was like, had a backpack with a pencil case on my way to Bronx School of Science.
Oh, boy.
Did they let you go to actual class?
Yes, yeah, I went to school with a fake name and a fake accent.
Did you have a fake mother drop you off at the...
Yeah, no, they brought Marissa Tomei in just for that weekend. But yeah, and Bronx School of Science is a school for genius
kids, right.
And I am no genius.
You're not?
No, even the teachers didn't know that I was not a real student, so they would bring me up to the front of the class and be like, "What do you think, new kid?" I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So it was
You're
very
like the worst
embarrassing.
narc there is. like a very bad narc. Did they ever figure out that it was you? Or like when the movie came out, did you ever tell them that it was you?
Well, I had one funny experience. I was sat at the back of a classroom next to quite a pretty girl, and eventually she's like, "So, dude, what's your deal, man?" I was like, "Well, do you want to know my secret?" She's like, "Okay." I was like, "I'm actually Spider-Man." She's like, "Dude, you're nuts, bro. You're nuts." I was like, "No, seriously, I'm actually an actor. I'm British, and I'm playing Spider-Man." And she didn't believe me.
Of course she didn't believe me.
Because
That's a
Civil War wasn't
ridiculous
out
story.
yet. I know.
Yes.
But the fact that you were allowed to just suddenly go to Bronx Science in the middle of the year with no explanation, that breach, that was believable.
Yeah, that was... it indicates we've got a problem with our public education system.
I guess you don't really need to ask for advice from these guys, because you can just watch them work and see how the best in the business do it.
Peter, are you hiding something? Hey, Spider-Man doesn't do that. Can we try something else? No. The musical closed a couple years ago.
I went to Spider-Man once wearing a Spider-Man hoodie. And I didn't even try and hide. I just showed up and was like, "Enjoy the movie!"
Were people shocked, or were they accosting you?
The funny thing is someone comes up to me and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're Spider-Man, hey." And I'm like, "Hello, how are you?" And they go, "You're English?"
Each time it surprises me. It really does.
Yeah, I'm not
Each time
from here.
I
I just did lots of sit-ups. That
Like,
was kind of
no,
it.
like spider things.
I did Spider-Man push-ups, which is where you're on the floor like this and you do a push-up and you bring one leg
Yeah.
to your knee. That's called a
yeah,
Spider-Man push-up. I'm really good at them.
Okay, but think about this. Do you, like, does it feel special when you shoot webs?
I don't. It's fake, Jacob. It's movie magic.
Okay, but, all right, well.
And I don't know what I can say. I don't even know how to react to what Tom just said there. I mean, I really don't.
What did I just say?
You said Spider-Man's in space.
Oh, that thing. Right, yeah. It's really
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
Sorry.
like Men in Black. Every 20 seconds, we just wipe it.
He's very young.
and Ruffalo together, it's like the perfect story.
Yeah.
You know, that's why
They put us two in an interview together the other day in China, and I think the only reason was so they could control the source. So that Ruffalo and I are in the same place, so if there was one leak, they just had to wipe one in.
Do you know what's crazy? You can't have pit bulls in England. They're considered dangerous dogs, which is just nonsense. Look at this thing. How could you say that this is dangerous? That was the whole thing. We got halfway through shooting the movie. I was like, by the way, what's a homecoming?
Really?
Yeah, we don't do that. Our proms are very different, though.
In what way?
Well, they serve booze at the prom.
They do?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're 18.
We had to drink ours in the parking lot before we get in.
Exactly. That was half the fun.
Yeah, my prom was a disaster.
Oh, I bet it was. You got a bunch of 18-year-olds drunk and throwing up on each other. Yeah.
Peter, are you hiding something?
Yeah, that's my delicious yeah.
I can't understand you, Tom.
You can't understand what I'm saying? I said, this is so nutritious.
Tom, let's do one without the chips.
There was a few people on Avengers where I was like, hi there, how you doing? And they're like, where are you from?
Have any of the rest of you been under Dr. Robert's care?
Dr. Downey?
Yeah, Dr. Downey.
I've had, on Spider-Man 1, not that I've done more than one, I remember when you first came in, I came in and I was also sick, and I didn't really know you all that well at this point, so you took me back to your trailer, and you hooked me up to this machine.
For real?
What machine?
And you started prodding me with this thing, you know the thing that goes, woo? And I just was sitting there like, just be polite, and you fixed me up real good.
Wait, what machine? Are you really Iron Man? What's going on?
And then I met Toby recently in LA at the screening for Baby Driver, and he sat like right in front of me, and he didn't see me, and I was like, Toby, hi, Spider-Man. I stole a croissant from the catering thing that the crew ate. I ate it and then threw up immediately because I just wasn't used to the sugar because I've been on this diet for so long. But I said croissant. I don't know how would you say a croissant?
I would say croissant.
How would you say croissant? Croissant. A croissant, right? And my fans were like, Tom Holland can't say croissant, he says quaxon. Croissant, 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 croissant. And every fan I meet, they take a video, they're like, hey man, can you say quaxon? I'm like, quaxon, you know, and they like roast me on it, and I've been like, hey guys, come on now. The quaxon joke is outdone, let's find a new one. And the fact that I said that, now they're like even more incensed with the joke. It's quite sweet though, I quite like it. But yeah.
Probably would, I know. What was the question again? Probably just play with cookies all day, like I'm doing right
I
now.
always used to think the Pennsylvania was spelt Pennsylvania.
Sorry.
Not Pennsylvania.
Do you all survive the film? Are there characters that don't make it? I mean, it is a war. If everyone comes out, it's not that believable.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You actually just got a little nervous, didn't you?
I did. I'm really stressed right now. My hands are so...
But there is one scene, I guess Ricky just wasn't there that day, where I went full English. And for some reason, no one picked up on it. And we were watching the movie, like, going through it, like, picking stuff out that we had to change and re-record. And I walk into this, like, sandwich shop. I'm like, hello, mate, you all right? And then he's like, what do you want? I was like, pickles, please, and this and that, and blah, 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 and this, and then, like, I was watching, I was like, you do know I'm speaking, like, with an English accent there. And they were like, really? That's an English accent? I'm like, yes. I said, hello, mate, you all right?
Peter, are you hiding something?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Are you doing Batman?
Where is she?
Okay, that's not even the right cinematic universe.
Yes, it is.
No, it's definitely not.
You're wrong. It is. There's been crossovers. There has. I've seen them.
Tom, if you keep doing this, we're gonna get sued.
I have so much money. I'm Batman.
No, you're not Batman.
Who among you is least trustworthy when it comes to the secrets?
Even the audience.
Even they know.
I heard that rumor too.
Tom,
You know
did you
what's
tell
funny?
them what happens before?
So the end of the movie. No, I don't know.
Snitches
No, I remember.
end up in ditches.
Yeah. No,
First of all, the American version of that, even though we love your Britishness, is snitches get stitches.
You're right.
Right?
No britches.
No, the funny thing is, I'd heard the rumor about the fake script stuff, and I was reading what I thought was a fake script because it was like Spider-Man's in space. So I didn't finish it, but I found out it was real.
Okay.
I tried my first Twinkie the other day, and it was disgusting, and I'll never eat one again. And I actually got a lot of hate online for not enjoying a Twinkie. I was like, guys, that's a bit neat.
Some of the stuff that they get you to imagine, I can't tell you about it because obviously it's a secret, but they're like, imagine this. And you're like, do you have a picture that you could show me? And they're like, no, it's a secret. And you're like, oh, okay, great.
Would you rather a nipple-sized penis or a penis-sized nipples? Penis-sized nipples, because you can just have that shit cut off, you know? You know what I mean? You're not going to want to cut. Who asked that question? Was that you?
Everything on set is so expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So it would be very irresponsible of me to take stuff. That said, did I take stuff? You'll never know. Because Robert's like, dude, by movie 3, you're going to have your stunt double be doing that. And I'm like, nope, no.
Could I lick your shoes? They look awfully clean.
You can, what, sorry?
Just want to get up on that shoe.
You want to get up on my shoes? Well, embarrassingly, these actually aren't my shoes. I have to give these back at the end of the day, so...
Ask him if he's watching Comedy Central show on Snapchat. You don't want...
Have you seen my Comedy Central show on Snapchat?
No, I